Welcome to another segment of CEO at the Gas Pump. I'm your host, Redtwaun Hill. It's been a while since I saw you guys. There's been a lot of things changing and occurring, and I'm just dropping in to give you guys some updates on what we're doing, give you some updates on what's going on just in case you sleep behind the wheel, and give you guys maybe some pointers and viable solutions and maybe ideas that could let you shape your future and not have your future shaped for you. We have started our curriculum with Morgan State, and you'll see that on the screen, just a brief preview of what's been going on. But we got a couple individuals that are highly motivated, from disabled veterans to returning citizens to women-owned small businesses who are in this space. And you can see that there's a lot of changes. And my colleagues, my counterparts who've been in this industry for 30 plus years have told me that these are things that the changes that are occurring within this season have not been seen. The way the whole federal contracting landscape is being looked at and being changed is for everybody, from the other than small businesses to the small businesses to social economic statuses. Everything is changing to even include that we know that the woman-owned small business, minority-owned small business, all these things were disrupted by DEI, but now the SBA audited their 8A program, and the word is that and that's something that they're going to find is going to pretty much or potentially pull the string on that 8A program. So now that the woman-owned small business is persona non grata, the 8A, the small disadvantaged business, all of any of those socioeconomic status that has to do with sex, race, or anything that's DEI is being dismantled. However, there is still one status that has not been disrupted, that has not been bothered, and that has been made clear, and that's the service disabled veteran. So if that's the only thing that's not being bothered, what do in your guys' opinion, what do you feel is the most viable solution? If contracting officers still have to meet their small business goals, but it's illegal to award contracts just solely based off of those socioeconomic statuses, what do you see as the pivot? I can tell you that if you have a service disabled veteran owned small business who has multiple preferences to include all those preferences, but they're leading with their status, then I would think that you're solving a problem for the contracting officer. If you are other than small business prime contractor and you have your subcontracting plan, which if you don't meet these subcontracting goals, you could be in risk of losing contracts. And you could check out the General Accountability Office and you can look at protests that happened and companies that lost protests because they weren't meeting their subcontracting plan. So that means you not only small businesses are at risk, but prime, other than small business, large prime contractors are at risk. Simply put, the solution is the service disabled veteran owned small business that hold multiple preferences. They provide competitive advantage for the small businesses that don't hold the socioeconomic statuses. It provides other than small business prime contractors with a pathway to still meet their subcontracting plans. And having that knowledge is what organizations like my organization bring to the table, because the people I'm connected to, the community that I'm a part of, the individuals who are founding fathers of most of these programs, to include the SBA Mentor Protege Program, to include the setup and creation of the SDVO SB program and the Veteran-Owned Small Business Program. So simply put, working with individuals that come from our community, from the government contracted curriculum that I have attended, these individuals hold the knowledge, hold the key that leads to success. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the signing of the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill. It had a lot of information in there to include infrastructure bills that were previously enacted that got adopted into this bill, to also include things like language that affects the opportunity zone, which is simply put, It allows investors to invest money into certain areas that are marked as opportunity zones where they were pretty much historically underutilized areas. And this allows them to pretty much get a tax incentive for investing in these properties or investing in these areas. And if you look, most of those areas that are opportunity zones, they're in areas that have been underutilized. So what does this mean? If you are an individual who's in that area, right, that's your community, that's your surrounding, that could provide you with an opportunity to rebuild it and turn it into something positive, something that brings a solution to the community, setting up, say, for instance, creating a veteran housing center, or not even just a veteran housing center, but a veteran healing center that helps veterans heal from homelessness, from mental illness, from transitioning veterans, transitioning soldiers who are getting out the military, and this provide a pathway to enhance your community and give back. These are just some ideas that you could potentially do. But what I'm saying is, just because it's some disruptions in the season doesn't mean it's not opportunities in this season. And that's what I'm just here to bring to you guys' attention and shed some light on. And last but not least, what I want to talk about is the initiative that who you guys may or may not know if you've been keeping track with what I've been doing and keeping track with CEO at the Gas Pump, my mentor, Mr. Walter Cotton, who you'll see on the screen right here, and my other informal mentor, Mr. William Elmore, who is, as I stated earlier, some of the founding fathers of a lot of the programs that exist for the SBA, or not just for the SBA, but for the federal government, was stood up and created and guided and directed and advised by these individuals. But now they are driving a campaign to let Congress know, to let them know that the veterans deserve the chance, or not deserve, but we earned this right to reshore our national industrial base, meaning to rebuild manufacturing capabilities in the United States. We deserve better care. We deserve better housing. We deserve all of that and then more. And so right now they're driving the campaign to push our disabled veterans, our veteran entrepreneurs, to be the ones who are leading us into this revolution or this new industrial age. And they're driving this campaign because we are not, most businesses that want to partner with disabled veterans and utilize veteran-owned small businesses, they're not using us in the correct way. They're not partnering with us in the correct way, I should say, because they're using us, but that's the problem. They're looking to use us and expose us. And if you can see what happens with the 8A program, what you see with the woman-owned small business program, you can see how that a problem, but understanding the correct way to partner with a disabled veteran and working together with them to rebuild and be more competitive and come together and build an infrastructure is what we're looking to do. And now that we back home, we're looking to do that again as veterans. Pretty much take the lead like we always have and make changes and not be told what the changes should be, but take control of the changes that should be. And what I would do, guys, is link with you. And the only thing we ask you to do is click on that link and find your Congress for the state that you're in and let them know that you would like to talk to them. You would like to get them into a briefing where we could discuss the solutions that veterans and disabled veterans could bring, the solutions that we have that can help America as a whole to solve a problem that is very real. Next to our supply chain is something that's very real. And to understand the things that are occurring with money, with the currency that's getting changed right in front of our face. If you see the currency bills, cryptocurrency bills slowly getting passed through and it's quietly being said in the back, and you can see the events that are occurring, we are getting left behind and things are getting separated. So what we're looking to do, what we always do, protect the country and close that gap and protect our citizens